Hello there, album enjoyers.
Dearest album enjoyers, we speak to you now very briefly to quickly plug the Enjoy an Album Patreon, aka Becoming an Ultra.
We are plugging Becoming an Ultra. Not the things that you get by being an Ultra, we are plugging the experience of becoming an Ultra.
If that's not the number one reason to become an Ultra, I don't know what is. No. It's just £5 per month. If you've ever listened to this podcast and thought, I like these fellas, I enjoy listening to their 4 free hours of content that they put out every month, I would like to purchase them a pint or a coffee one time. This is a way of doing that. But you get exclusive content in return.
You get exclusive content in return. You get full episodes on albums such as...
recently we did Grimes
Visions, Ed Sheeran's Divide.
Yes, we did Anoni and the Johnsons. We did the Pogues.
And the Pogues.
We did
Rum Sodomy and the Lash by the Pogues.
The Foo Fighters.
Yeah, that was a sad one.
We did Idols, Black Country New Road.
Yeah.
Also,
Ants from Up Here.
You would have access to the Edinburgh Fringe Enjoy an Album live show.
We done a live show at Monkey Barrel Comedy Club. We fucking ripped it and shipped it. People were saying that's...
People were saying it's one of the best things they've ever seen in their lives, including The Godfather. They said it was better than The Godfather.
People actually did say that it was the funniest thing they'd seen at the Fringe, and they weren't even fucking worms, never mind ultras. They were just like, that was really funny.
Yeah, like...
They didn't even like us as people, and they went, that was funny.
Yeah.
Which is mental.
Yeah, so get on that. You also get ad-free experience.
Some of my biggest enemies have said that that's the best thing I've ever seen.
Barack Obama himself was in the audience. Chris, that was... let me be clear. That was a fantastic live show.
Let me be clear. I hate you. But that's funny.
Zane Lowe has watched it twice.
Zane Lowe, he played it on his... He played the whole live episode.
He dropped it twice in a row.
Just like Barack Obama dropped bombs on various countries.
That was a fantastic live show. So you also get episodes a day early, and you get exclusive access to tickets for live shows when they do go on sale.
Ad-free experience. You don't have to hear this shite.
This shite every goddamn week, and we forget to do a new one every month. So sometimes it's 3 months of the same advert.
Yep.
This has probably gone on long enough. You understand what I'm saying. Become an Ultra today. Patreon.com/enjoy an album. Link in bio.
Just be sound and do it.
Hello and welcome to the Enjoy an Album podcast with Liam Withnow and not Christopher MacArthur Boyd. No, he is away. He's got a new job working for GB News. So
congratulations.
He's producing and appearing on every single show that they do because they align so much with his values. Mm-hmm. So instead, for a couple of weeks, we have Krystal Evans.
Hey, hello.
Krystal was on one of our most successful episodes we've ever done.
Yes, thank you.
For covering Green Day's Dookie.
But didn't you say I slipped out of being the most popular?
Well, mate, listen, you were never the most popular. Be real, okay? But there was, you were in the top 10 for some time.
The most popular, Vittorio.
Yes.
Why? How did I know that?
So here's the thing. Actually, Vittorio's episode about Paolo Nutini is the second most listened to episode.
And that's not because of Paolo. That's because of Vittorio.
That's because the online presence of that fake Italian stooge.
Whereas all my views are because probably of that album. I picked a really popular album.
Well, I think it's a combination of a few things. I think its profile helps of the guest.
Of Green Day? Oh, of me.
Of the guest, either Vittorio or Krystal. Uh-huh. I think the album choice is good. I mean, Dookie is like a nostalgic album. Mm-hmm. So I think when the episode comes out, people look at it and they go, oh my God,
I would love.
I haven't thought about that album in years.
I love to hear two guys talk about that for 3.5 minutes and then other things.
Yes. Okay. Please don't shit talk the podcast in the first few minutes. I've invited you down.
I love it.
And 3, I think the quality and strength of the episode. I think people say, hey, I listened to this episode. It's really good. It's really funny. So I think that's what pushed you up into the top 10 temporarily.
I'll take that.
Not that I was going to bring that up, but you did. The most popular episode actually is Chris and Stuart McPherson talking about Arctic monkeys.
That's mental to me.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just because, I love Arctic monkeys and I love those two.
Right.
But I don't know. I just felt like, there was a little flavor missing, which was you know?
Yeah, thank you very much for saying that. This is why you're here. But then the episode with Vittorio, CMB is missing. So
it's better when one of you's not here.
It seems like that when I'm away, all the Chris fans come to play, and when Chris is away, all the Liam fans come to play.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of crossover in those groups. There are people who hate the other person.
You know David Letterman?
Yes.
When
No.
Well, I don't know.
Well, the episode with him is doing really badly. He chose gorillas.
Yes, he couldn't stay away. No, he had a heart attack like 15 years ago or something, and it was like he had to go get surgery, and then so they had to have a guest host every single night for like 10 episodes, and it was like 10 times the amount of viewers than they've ever gotten
Because everyone was excited to see
because everyone was excited to see guest hosts. Yeah,
like SNL kind of different people every week. So do you remember who the guest hosts were? Were they good? Do you remember any of them?
I was literally like 12
I'll put
years
you on the
old.
spot here.
I'm
in
so
the opening
sorry.
10 minutes. I
It
can't
was
believe
like
you brought a
comedians
David
and shit.
Letterman
I want to
fact.
say it was someone like Eddie Murphy.
This is just like doing the episode with Chris, actually. So the non-Chris fans will be disappointed. But I mean, we're in. Listen, it's a me and you episode rather than me and Chris episode. So the people who hate Chris, they're going to push your numbers.
Yeah, and
I
actually
see this as going top 5.
Oh, please don't. Now you fucked it because you said that. We in honor of Nicki Minaj, we should never like diss ourselves. Actually, in this episode,
Okay,
we should, like,
we're only diss other people.
yes, exactly.
Women mainly. Okay. You have been listening to the pod. It's me and Krystal in for Liam and Chris. I'm really looking forward to this. I hope you guys are too. A quick word on this is not non-Patreon episode. So apologies, patrons, for chatting about it. But I just want to say thank you so much for everyone who's subscribed to Patreon. We are inches away from a new milestone, and that money is not only going towards the studio and everything, but we've got some very exciting things being cooked up.
Oh my god, what is it?
I can't say.
What do you mean? Why not?
I'm teasing.
But isn't that going to make people want to do it more if they know what it is?
No, this is like a tease. It's like a trailer.
Oh.
You know, when they're like, oh, it's just like 4 seconds, like coming soon. And then when the thing gets announced, then it's like, oh, that's what that was.
Okay, got it. Sorry, I'm sorry. But do it again. I won't.
No, that's it. Okay. This is just, you're doing a perfect Chris replacement in that you are fucking up my segues with your bullshit. Enjoy the episode. Patrons are going straight through to the ep. Worms, you're getting some ads. We'll chat to you in a bit. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, are your pubes too hairy? Do you need help with that?
Your groin too hairlicious, hirsute.
Is there too much of a positive environment for crabs and lice?
Too much fuzz on your coos.
When you get undressed in front of someone you wish to have a sexual time with, are you embarrassed by the state of your nether regions?
Having an examination done by a doctor and you're self-conscious about how hairy your balls and bits are.
Us too. What a shame there's no solution for this kind of problem.
No, wait, there is.
What?
Manscaped.
Oh my God, what is that? Tell me more.
Not manscaping, not manscaper, manscaped.
Only a stupid person would have called it that by accident 10 times in a row.
Yes.
I need an idiot.
It's the below the belt grooming experience. It's not blade free, it's blade full.
It's bladeful.
It's cut free. You won't
It's
cut
cut free.
I'm literally closing my eyes in the shower in the fucking rain coming down. I shower in the rain and I'm just not even looking, just buzzing.
If you do look, there's a little handy torch which highlights where you're about to trim. Which, yes.
I've never used the torch. That's cool.
Yeah, it's
attached to the lawnmower.
Yes, there's a light that comes on that shows you exactly where you're trimming.
You can do it in the dark with your eyes closed, and you still hit the mark.
You can do it dark with your eyes closed in the shower. It's waterproof. You can charge it using USB-C. So you can unplug your phone if you've got a USB-C, plug it straight into your pube trimmer.
You're on a train.
You're ready to go. You're on a train. Please only use these
your
plug
phone's up to
sockets
75%
for phones, laptops, and pube trimmers.
That's why they have that sign. Don't do that. But what you should
Sometimes
do,
I go into a coffee shop and I sit near a plug socket and I plug my lawnmower in so that I could jump into the bathroom, keep it fresh all times. I never want to see a single hair on my balls, otherwise I cry.
Yeah, I've got a cock like a dolphin.
It's
grey.
Grey and endangered.
Just if you want a funny gift for someone, or
It's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's
fucking
useful.
serious.
Enjoy an album. No, what's the code again? Manscaped
Album
20. God almighty.
You get 20%
Can you
off.
believe we get paid for this? Album 20 for percent off your first purchase and ongoing purchases, I think.
If you don't have a cock and balls, you can do it on other stuff, but it's mainly made for the cock and balls.
It's got the word man in the title, let's be honest.
Let's not get into that topic, man, but hey, it's good.
It's good stuff.
The pants are good.
And the underwear, the anti-chafing material, is to die for. That's album 20.
Die for it,
Don't die for it.
please.
Enjoy. Thank you. Bye.
You're listening to Enjoy an Album, the podcast where two comedians listen to some of the greatest albums of all time.
Nicki Minaj skyrocketed from mixtape Phenom? Phenom? Is that just short for phenomenon?
Yeah.
Okay. Nicki Minaj skyrocketed from mixtape phenom to pop star with a unique combination of ferocity and humor. She continues to flaunt with razor-sharp wordplay, mercilessly blunt lyricism, and a vocal style that turns on a dime from sugary to snarling. The rapper's early days included attempts at an acting career and losing her job at Red Lobster. I can't speak today. And the rapper's early days included attempts at an acting career and losing her job at Red Lobster for being rude to customers. But she progressed quickly from MySpace demos to nationally adored mixtapes to household name status.
That is a really good deal. Whatever it's called, blurb.
Blurb. It's a good deal. Okay.
That's really
We're
good.
starting strong. That's a good deal. It is quite a good blurb, I think. Actually, it wasn't from Apple Music. This one, it was from Spotify.
I read that one, yeah. 'Cause
Right,
I have
okay.
Spotify, yeah.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, that's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty good at summing everything up quickly. So here's the thing, right? This is your second time on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I knew Christopher was going to be away on his GB News project, so I wanted to bring in some previous fan favorites, people who I thought like I'd be able to do a good co-host. They weren't available.
Tell me who the worst person on the show ever was. Tell me who that is.
No, there is some. No, there isn't. All of our guests are beautiful little baby angels. Apart from, anyway, so I was excited to have you back. I asked you for some more album selections. Do you
Yes.
remember? Do you remember what you gave me?
Yeah, I said Bare Naked Ladies. I said AC/DC. I said Talking Heads, maybe?
I don't think you said Talking Heads.
Did I not say Talking Heads?
You said REM.
Oh, yeah, REM. Oh,
REM.
I could definitely do REM.
Which I nearly went with REM.
Yeah.
But then, so you see how
Last minute, I said Nicki Minaj.
of the options here,
Yeah.
you have sort of like varying degrees of alternative to rock.
Yeah,
you know?
pretty much.
And
yeah.
then there was Nicki Minaj standing there with her pink wig.
Yes.
And I was like, what the hell? So I've had fun this week listening to Nicki Minaj, telling people I'm doing the podcast on Nicki Minaj. And people say, who's the guest? And I've been like, yes. And not one person has said Krystal Evans. So that's because you are rock chick coded.
Oh, thanks so much. That's so
That
kind
people
of you.
don't see you as a hip hop head.
No, I could see. I didn't get into hip hop till I was like 21.
Right.
So it was. I suppose whatever you're into as a teenager is like so cemented in your brain.
Yes.
And then that's like whatever catches my ear is most likely that going to be that. But when I got into hip hop when I moved to New York, it was so like all at once, and I loved it so much. And I just had to. I don't know. Nicki Minaj, and you know what it is. You know what I think. You know what I think hip hop has to do with. Like I love rebellious lyrics.
Okay.
I love humor in
Yes.
music, and she's all that. Mm-hmm. And also, you're gonna hate this, but I love musicals. Okay.
Okay.
And
Do you really?
yes, we've talked about this. I get so mad when you guys slag off musicals on the podcast. I'm sitting there pounding my fists on the couch. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I get really mad about it because. But like,
How are you pivoting to musicals during a Nicki Minaj description, though?
It's like really upbeat, like songs that tell a story.
Yes.
You know what I mean? A storytelling, humor, rebellious.
Okay. Yes.
Musicals don't really have the rebellious bit, but like I love all
Well, it
that.
depends on the musical. Les Miserables.
I mean, yeah.
Do you hear the people sing? That's rebellious AF.
Very, yeah. No, but yeah, like I think that's it. Just all that shit is like, and also just like how hooky it is, and just I just love it.
So
this is what I listen to on the way to gigs.
really? Okay,
yes.
that's important. Like getting the game music. So is it just Nicki Minaj, or are you a broader hip hop fan?
I'm probably more like mainstream hip hop.
Right.
I love Kendrick Lamar
Okay.
as well.
Right.
I love
They're big crossover artists.
yeah. Yeah. I love all of Kanye West's shit, even though he's canceled.
Yes.
I know, but he's just
Well, he's just crazy.
I know his music's really good though.
Well-
I know. Let's feel sorry for him. I like that. He needs help.
He does
He
need
does.
help.
I know. Yeah.
And we're willing to give it to you, Kanye. If you just come
Please.
on as a guest and say
Yes.
something mental. So actually, Kanye was probably my first introduction to Nicki Minaj, I think.
Monster.
Well, yeah, Monster, but also the opening track on that album where she does a spoken word on Dark Fantasy.
Oh,
She does that British accent.
Oh yeah.
That
She loves doing that.
Yeah.
What do you think of her accent?
I think it's like
It's funny.
it is funny,
It's
but
terrible.
I've seen a lot recently of Americans and Australian comics like ragging on the Brits.
Yeah.
They're on stage going, "Oh my god, I don't bloody believe it! Would you like some brown sauce on your crisps?"
And then how do they talk when they do the accent?
Get the fuck out of here! And I'm like, you know what? It's funny. It's funny. But have you heard how you sound?
That's why we have to turn the tables now and then. I hate to break it to you, but Americans have been making fun of the British accent.
I don't bloody
Forever.
believe it. Yeah.
Every villain. In
Do you
a
know what?
kid's
I'm doing it
movie.
now, and I'm really enjoying
It's
myself.
so funny.
It's like I'm doing an impression of me, and it's great. It's a funny voice. So I heard Nicki do that sort of spoken word thing for that, and then obviously in Monster, everybody knows I'm a motherfucking monster. That verse was like heralded as like one of the
it's-
greatest rap verses of the last 20 years.
It's so good. Yeah.
I actually, since we're on that, I have a quote for. Do I have a quote from
From Nicki about that.
No, from Kanye about that. I actually
Oh, because
think
he wasn't going to release it because it was the best.
he was like, this verse is too good to put on this album, which I believe is the best hip hop album of all time. So to give someone else the best verse on the best hip hop album of all time would ruin my career. So he nearly chopped it off, and in the end was like, it's too good.
And then him releasing that quote as well
Yeah.
is quite a compliment.
So there you are. We're fans of Kanye West, not just his music, but his values and everything he said.
He supports women.
Krystal specifically
Yes.
agrees with everything he says. So what's so good about that verse and about the way in which Nicki raps? I think it's a good example of how she sort of jumps between characters and voices,
Yes.
which is like really unique.
It's funny. It's like unapologetic. It's like just totally.
It's kind of goofy.
It's so goofy.
She let me hit it because I'm goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? But then herein lies the contradiction within Nicki Minaj, though. Okay, I heard that verse on that album. I remember reading all the press about how it was this fucking amazing verse. But then the only sort of Nicki Minaj stuff I know outside of that is not this sort of amazing lyrical, dexterous, alternative, experimental rap, but is more honestly like bubblegum novelty
shape.
pop.
Yeah.
So you've got boom ba-doom boom boom ba-doom boom bam. You got that.
Yeah.
You got starships were meant to fly. And then you've got my anaconda don't.
Meow. Oh, I mean, come on. That song's amazing.
Well,
Come on.
but so I've not sat down and listened to a Nicki Minaj album prior to this week. So my only real point of reference are those songs,
Yeah.
and then this bar.
Fair. Yeah.
So I'm like, I just saw her as kind of a bit of a basic rap pop star.
Yes.
I've had these illusions shattered within the last week, but that's what I mean by the contradiction in.
I think she's a business, That's how she views herself.
Big
and
brand.
I think big brand, big business. I mean, even in all did you watch any of her videos this
Yes.
week? They all have so much product placement. so much product placement. I mean, she's got that song Pills and Potions.
Yep.
Which is like, the video is kind of cool. It's weird. Did you watch it? It's very weird. It's got like random shots of like, it almost looks like it could be like a Courtney Barnett video at first, because it's like a black and white bunny hopping through a field, and then the bunny sits up, and it's weird. And then she's got like, like liquid metal coming out of her eyeballs, and it's really weird. And then all of a sudden, she's talking about pills and potions, and it's like, that brand, Dr. Dre, Beats by Dr. Dre.
Yes.
And so it's like they had a speaker in 2014 that was like a pill, and it floated by with the big giant brand in the middle of it. And she's like listening to headphones, and it's like Beats by Dre. And I mean, Anaconda just has like so many products in it.
What's the song with Beyonce on this? The
Feeling Myself.
Yeah, well, that was like a Tidal only release.
Oh, yeah.
And it had loads of Tidal stuff in the background of that video that I saw. So, she's a big
I think that's how she views herself.
So do you think that the choices in terms... Because, so Anaconda, we're not going to get into the belly of the album right now, but it does seem different to everything else on the album.
It really does, yeah.
So, like, you think there's like a deliberate marketing brand choice of big novelty song about dicks, get people laughing, get people sharing, then they can buy the album, which actually isn't really anything like that.
Yeah, and I also think she's trying to hit everything that's gonna make her money. Do you know what I mean? It's like the first songs are these kind of slow things that can be on the radio with almost no edits, and like there's things that you're gonna hear in the club. You know what I mean? There's things in here. I mean, God, I listened to. By the way, I love this album. I should say before I start slagging
I assume
it off.
so because you brought it here.
I do like it, but like, what does TNISY stand for? The Night is Still Young. It's like that song is like teenagers love that song.
Yeah.
I looked at all the comments on it, and it was all like, I'm about to turn 18 and this speaks to me so much. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, oh my God. Like,
There's weirdly, most of the YouTube comments I've found this week were people complaining about view count, which I've never really seen so much before.
yeah, because a few of them like only turned on comments or something recently or something.
So like all of the comments are like, I can't believe this hasn't had 1 billion views. Like it's just that over and over again. Like, why the fuck do you care about the streaming numbers of your favorite artist? Who gives a fuck? I can't believe this didn't get whatever.
Maybe that's what the kids like nowadays, view counts. They care about that.
That's what the kids are into. Damn view counts. We're getting ahead of ourselves, talking about YouTube, talking about the album.
Sorry.
No, don't worry about it. No need to apologize. Please, okay? I do a podcast with Christopher MacArthur Boyd every week, so we're already far more on track than we usually are. And by this point, he's normally talking about Michael Barrymore or his own dick, or both. So
I could do that if you want.
Do you know who Michael Barrymore is?
Oh, my dick.
Yeah. Okay, you're perfect. Okay, right. So a little jump into the background of Nicki Minaj, Secret Posh Show. He does it fast and he does a real like nice show.
Wait, do it like Nicki.
Is that cool? Okay. No, I'm not going to do that. Like,
what? Why? Because she's black? Just do it.
I just don't think I can do an impression of Nicki Minaj. Wow, that's good. Yeah. Okay. Secret
go.
Posh Show. No, so you
Oh
can't
my
do
God,
it.
stop. I'm so sorry I told you to do that.
Yeah. Okay. God damn it, Krystal.
I'm so glad. Okay. Go.
She was born in the port of Spain in Trinidad. Her dad was a financial executive and gospel singer. Her mum worked in payroll. So, yeah, I mean, kind of probably, it's I'm going to say the Trinidad middle class, probably.
That's fair.
Although you think that, and then it said, well, this isn't, I guess this is classless, but it says Minaj's father was addicted to alcohol and crack cocaine and had a violent temper, burning down their house in December 1988. You got to be really fucked up to go and set fire to your own house.
That's rough, yeah.
Parents moved to the Bronx and Nicki stayed in Trinidad with the grandmother. Eventually she moved over and auditioned for LaGuardia. Have you heard of LaGuardia? You lived in New York?
Yeah.
It's like a big, well-known performing arts school.
I thought you meant the airport. Yeah.
She auditioned for LaGuardia Airport.
She went to school at the airport.
No, it's like a big performing arts college.
Okay,
it's the college that Fame is based on.
Oh, it's the Fame School. Yeah, I know that.
So that's where she went.
Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh, ding, 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 ding. But did she get a scholarship?
Well, I think, I don't know, but I think that I can't imagine they're public school.
I think it is just a regular school. Yeah.
Really?
It's
Okay.
just like a regular high school where they happen to
Have the
loads
stars of tomorrow.
performing
LaGuardia
Yeah.
includes the alumni is Jennifer Aniston, Timothy Chalamet, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Al Pacino.
Those are all actors.
I mean, sure, but my Posh Bell was a ring ding dinging.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You went to the same school as Al Pacino?
I mean, yeah, fair. But you don't have any proof of that.
What do you mean?
Well,
That's what she went to school.
her dad burned the house down and her mom worked in payroll, though.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Come on. Just give it, dig deeper. Let's
Nope,
see
that's
here.
as much digging as I've done.
Okay.
So
you're going to call her a Pasho?
no, I don't think so. I
don't think
she
so
probably
either.
had like a regular middle class upbringing and happened to get into a very good New York school. But
Yeah.
as they were living in the Bronx. I don't really know New York geography, but like the Bronx is like
The Bronx is not.
Yeah.
It's not. It's very poor.
Yeah. So I think that fairly normal upbringing. But she. When did you first sort of hear her? Then were you in like the mixtape era? She was releasing like these. What I've now read her like critically acclaimed mixtapes, or were you more first album, second album?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think the first time I heard her was probably the Monster as well.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and then I went back, but I don't really dig the whole, like you say, the super bass, all that kind of stuff. It's all right. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's
But
fun.
It's just like pop music.
But my favorite shit that she does is the rapping and
Yeah, okay.
the really good lyrics and stuff like that. That's what I really get into.
She is a prominent pop star beefer as well. Do you like that?
What does that mean?
She loves to beef with other pop stars.
Oh yeah. Like
Are you
with
into that?
Cardi B.
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody threw a shoe at someone else, right?
She has had beef with Cardi B, with Taylor Swift.
What?
With
I don't pay attention to
You're not into this side of
select
things?
shit, but tell me, I'm excited about it.
Well, the ones I want to talk about, the Miley Cyrus one was pretty good.
Oh.
The clip's great. So like they're at the VMAs or something, and Miley's on stage, and I think that Nicki has just accepted an award. And early that week, Miley Cyrus had said something about Nicki Minaj in the press, and so Nicki gets on stage and goes, "Yeah, I'm here. How about all that shit you said in the press last week?" And she goes, "Miley, what's good?" Like that. Miley looks terrified.
I love Nicki Minaj. She's great.
She's
what did she say?
She said, like, it was like, here's the thing. It feels like, those people who, like, there's just always drama happening,
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're blaming Nicki for all this.
And
Common denominator syndrome.
she's
Is that what
the
you're
common
saying?
denominator here. She's falling out with Cardi B, with Taylor Swift, with Miley Cyrus, with Lil Kim.
I know who she's writing a track about next.
Me. Come get it. Please don't. You would hurt my feelings. Yeah, it's I think but I mean it's old like
Also, again, she's a business. That kind of shit sells.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it? I just think she's always has that cap on.
But do you think that's like cool? Like when I hear that it's like deeply cynical. That kind of actually makes me like her less. That it's all this like calculated business moves.
I'll be honest, Liam, I find it very hard to care about celebrity shit like that. Like I go so like fuzzy eyed when people talk about that kind of stuff. I really don't. Because I remember when I was on the first time and you were like, hey, when you really like an artist, do you like dig through their back, do you dig through their bins and all this kind of stuff? And I think I said like something funny afterwards or not so funny, but I was like just getting really defensive. But the truth is, no, I don't do that.
Okay.
I don't care that much. I don't know what it is. It bores the hell out of me.
You're the perfect candidate to host a podcast about the background of musical artists then.
No, I like the background. I just don't like the celebrity, who's dating who.
the celeb
And oh my
gossip
God,
and all that.
I don't care because I don't know them.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
And I'm so cynical that I'm always like in the back of my mind, I'm like, it's fake. I think it's fake or it's not real or...
Yeah, that it's like managed.
The only time I like it is when they write tracks about each other, and I like listening to the track.
The diss tracks.
Yes, I love a diss track.
Yeah, so I think
love that.
Nicki does sort of experiment a bit with dissing some of these people she's beefed with for sure. She's been there's been references to Cardi B, I think, in her music before.
Yeah, I think she has. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Queen, right?
Yes, yeah.
Love Queen, by the way.
Yeah. What's your favorite Queen song? Mine's
my
probably
God.
Bohemian Rhapsody. just a bit of fun. Just a bit of fun, guys. But also, one of my favorite Nicki Minaj moments of all time, of course, came during the pandemic after the vaccine was released, and Nicki started tweeting about her cousin. Crystal, you're looking blankly at me. This was global news.
Was it?
Ewan, do you know what I'm talking about here?
Sorry, what was the pandemic?
Okay, right. I can't believe you don't know this. This was like the first thing that was brought up to me when I said I was doing Nicki Minaj podcast. Okay.
What?
This was crazy, right? Okay, here we go. So
I had just had a baby, can I say?
just after the vaccine was being rolled out,
Yeah.
Nicki tweeted, "My cousin in Trinidad won't get the vaccine because his friend got it and became impotent. His testicles became swollen. His friend was weeks away from getting married. Now the girl called off the wedding. So just pray on it and make sure you're comfortable with your decision, not bullied."
Oh, no.
You don't remember this?
No.
The president came out and spoke about it.
About her tweet?
Yes.
Oh,
He
the
was like-
president of what? America?
Yes. He was like, "You don't listen to Nicki Minaj. Come on."
Oh, no.
Or Fauci, I'm sure, spoke about it as well.
Listen, she has a right to say really dumb shit.
That her cousin's friend's testicles
His balls exploded.
Got-
and then he called off the wedding.
called off the wedding.
That's so funny.
Unhinged vaccine response of the week. That's so funny as well.
That's hilarious.
Because it's so great. The guy came home with like gigantic balls, like dragging on the carpet.
Imagine, yeah. And then what did she say?
And she was like, "What the fuck happened here?" And he's like, "I got the vaccine."
She's like, that's it.
That's it.
The wedding. I only married you for your balls.
Yeah.
Now.
Take those balls and bounce away from here.
Oh, that's so good. I didn't know about that.
That does. We can speak
Maybe
about.
I do like celeb gossip.
Yeah, I mean that was like such a meme.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What other memes haven't you seen?
I don't know.
Charlie bit my finger. You know about that one?
I've seen that one. Yeah.
That's such an old reference. I bet people are actually unsure as to what that is. I feel like now would be a good time to do this week's actual YouTube comment of the week.
Oh, I've got some of those too.
Oh, have you really?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love when the guests bring them. Okay, I'll do mine first. This is Matthew Ramsey said this. It's actually on the video to the song with Beyonce.
Oh, you might have the same one as me. Okay, go.
Okay, Matthew Ramsey 2 months ago says, "Nicki looks fucking amazing."
Yeah.
You've written this down?
Yeah.
Nicki looks fucking amazing. Her titties, though. One of the only women that can make a gay ass man go straight.
He said, "My gay ass go straight."
Oh,
He
yes,
said,
that's
"Make
right.
my go ass go straight."
I can't believe you're correcting my YouTube comment.
Well,
Who the fuck do you think you are?
It's funnier
Hosting
the way
half an episode
It's
saying
funnier
how
the
much
way-
you hate music knowledge.
you're fucking up the joke he made.
One of the only women that can make my gay ass go straight.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
That's great.
So, Nick, she has a big gay following as well, I'm assuming. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I would think so.
She's like outrageous and unapologetic and all those stuff that go down well with the big gay pop icons. What's your other YouTube comment?
It's not loading. I took screenshots and I should have just written it down.
Wow. Okay. This is just like being with Chris. I know I've said that 4 or 5 times, but this is such a mess.
It's not loading.
You at least have the excuse if this isn't your regular job, whereas this is...
Oh, something loaded.
Okay.
No, I don't want to do that one.
Okay, good. Fantastic. Good stuff. Love that.
Wait, no, I got it. Okay. Okay.
Oh, I can see it's long as well.
Just listen.
Okay.
This is by 777 Plan 3T. And he or she says, "Every once in a while, I cry because I realize my childhood is almost over. I'll be 18 this year and I'll be graduating soon. I always come back to this song because This is more than just a song. It's a message. Time waits for no one. Oh, this is on The Night is Still Young, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, again, that song. All right. I feel like this generation has failed so much, and I honestly can't understand how people can't enjoy life without needing to pick up a phone and scroll through social media or smoke weed and get drunk. I was trapped in that cycle until I realized how I'm losing myself in the process by being attached to the internet. I don't smoke nor drink. Don't take life for granted. Enjoy it, please. We only live once. Heart emoji. And then Daniel Lopez said, okay, Oprah.
Oh! Wow. Okay. Yeah. What zero pussy does to a motherfucker. That is a 17-year-old wrote that?
17, yeah.
What a loser. I was hanging out with some 23-year-olds last night. They are related to me. And one of them said it was someone's 23rd birthday yesterday.
Oh god.
And she said out loud, "Oh god, I feel so old."
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I was like, shut the fuck up.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. The only people who love saying that are like 22, 23-year-olds. Like,
yes. But even when you're like in your, early 30s, like you and I are, right?
Thank you very much. Shut up, Liam.
What? If I say, God, fucking old man, then a 50-year-old looks at me and goes, shut the fuck up.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
That's why I don't say it.
Yeah.
You're always the oldest you've ever been. So you're always going to feel old.
Yeah. Older than absolutely. Okay. I feel like shit compared to how I was 15 years ago. And guess what? In 15 years, I'm going to feel much worse than I do today. That's just a natural passage of time. There's nothing to look forward to. Life is just one endless march towards death, and just might as well fucking shut the fuck up about it.
Literally. Yeah.
One thing I do like about life, though, is how you can imprint some of your favorite iconography on your skin for the long-lasting memory of that moment, perhaps, an insignia to the world about who you are. And you can do that via...
Look at the toilet.
What? You're gonna go to the toilet?
Well, you sing it because it's so long. You fucked it up now.
No. I got what you were saying. I just can't believe you brought this level of sass. We're two guys reviewing tattoos. We're gonna Google image search and then we'll choose if it's tattoo woohoo or tattoo boohoo. We're judging the ink, yeah, that's what we'll do. Then a full sleeve or face tat, something or wing bat. Pick your design, is it bad or just fine? A dragon or a skull, pretentious or dull, something or nine. You will decide if it's tattoo woohoo or tattoo boohoo. Yeah. Thank you for joining in the end there. I've since found out since the last episode that you are actually a bit of a secret singer.
Hey.
Yes. So you could have maybe helped me out a little bit more there. Instead,
I don't know what key you're in. It's hard to jump in.
Okay. So
what's a wing bat, by the way? I've always wanted to ask that.
Winged back. We've had this discussion, me and Chris. So I think it's like a wings tattoo on the back is what he's referencing.
Oh, a winged back.
Yes.
I thought it was a wing bat.
Oh, no, actually, he does. This is what I thought. It was winged back, and he says, no, it's a winged bat. Which is all bats, isn't it? Look at that wingless bat over there. It's a mouse. Anyway, can we get Nikki's tattoos up, okay?
Okay.
So she has some Chinese lettering on her left arm.
It's really good quality that you got there.
Yes. Okay. Which she has. She was going to get it on the back of her neck, but she hated the pain so much that she asked to move it somewhere less painful.
Baby.
Yes. It means in English, God is always with you.
But then it's like, what? I think I just burped again. Weird.
Yes.
Chris does that.
Fantastic.
Sorry. But like, why in Chinese? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, I'm so sorry. I love Nicki Minaj.
That's hella basic.
This is so basic.
Yes.
This is like...
God is always with you in Chinese on your arm. That's like, if a guy got that, that would be on the...
On your dick?
Yes, that's what I was going to say. If a guy got that, it would be on my dick. That makes no sense, Krystal. Come on, please. I'm just saying, this is the sort of thing people make fun of, like bros, for getting these type of tattoos, right?
Well, people make fun of everyone, not just men.
Well, sometimes it feels like there's a target on our head.
What is he talking about?
God damn, you can't say anything
if
anymore.
A man got this tattoo. No, it's stupid on anyone who doesn't speak Chinese.
Yes.
But then it's like, I mean, this has been said before. It's fine. I won't say it.
Yeah, that's so that's a big boo-hoo from us.
Absolute boo-hoo.
Whatever the Chinese for boo-hoo is. Can we get it up? You in the Chinese for boo? No, I'm joking.
Oh my God.
And we have the next tattoo. This is going to be similarly good quality, I think.
Okay, yeah, Barbie.
She got the word Barbie
In red ink or brown
I think
ink?
it's like pink ink, but it's just not very clear. So she has the Barbie logo. This is pre-Barbie movie.
Yeah.
She was a couple years ago.
I thought that when they were coming out with the Barbie movie. I'm like, oh my God, Nicki Minaj has just done like a Barbie themed album and song and but they let her do a track on it.
Yes, that was like a big viral track. I saw lots of
Aqua, she
TikTok dances to that.
It's a good song. I like it.
So getting the official Barbie logo on your wrist. Again, this apparently took 6 hours because she kept having to have them stop because she hated the pain so much.
Unbelievable.
So I think she's a bit of a wuss.
Come
on, Nikki, get it together.
I mean, the placement's cool, right? I like tattoos that are kind of down there. I don't have any, but
right.
It's like a little word, you know.
She calls herself Harajuku Barbie.
She doesn't anymore, does she? I think she did.
Yes.
Now she's like, whoop, no.
So Harajuku is like the sort of fashion street in Tokyo, isn't it? So it's basically saying Japanese Barbie.
Right.
Now she's got Barbie tattooed and Chinese, which is not Japanese, written on her. So there's a bit of confusion here. I think this is going to sound mean.
Here we go.
I think that maybe she is not the brightest.
What do you mean?
Well,
why? Because of this tattoo?
No, I think it's this like mishmash of like getting a Chinese lettering tattoo. Do you know what I mean? Like that's very basic, and it's exactly saying like why. Do you know what I mean? And it's just it's almost like a stupid person's idea of being smart.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But when did she get the Chinese ink, I wonder? When she was really young.
Well, I don't know that.
It doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah. But hey, look, how do you measure intelligence? So obviously,
I was going to say, there's different types of intelligence.
Absolutely. So she's written some of the best bars of all time. So like, surely that elevates her intelligence above, mine,
because
for example.
her music is where she's intelligent.
Yes.
And tattoos is maybe just something she's doing casually.
Yes.
Right?
I think that's mega lame, getting Barbie tattooed on your wrist. As a feminist icon?
I also think as well that, again, I'm always very cynical, and I think she's a business, and I think, does she have something to do with Barbie?
Right. You think that they were involved in this?
Maybe.
They paid her money to get a Barbie
tattoo.
A Barbie tattoo.
Yeah.
No, I can't support this. No tattoos would be better than a Barbie tattoo and
Does
a
she
Chinese
have any more
tattoo.
tattoos?
That's it.
The Chinese one was actually her first tattoo.
Oh.
She was 16.
See, that makes sense to me.
Okay, well there you go. She was dumb.
See, she was stupid.
So I'm not terrible for calling her dumb.
No, yeah.
We're all dumb at
said
16.
She's dumb. You didn't say when she was 16.
I said she's fucking dumb, and I hate her. No, I didn't say that. Okay, right. So that's.
I give it a woo boo.
No. A weeboo. No, it's a boohoo. Come on, Krystal.
Okay.
Come on. I know you like her, but please. She's got Barbie tattooed on her wrist.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a boohoo.
Be a little more creative, Nikki.
Yes, if you could be a little bit more creative than the constant reinvention of yourself and the entire rap game, then please. Okay. Let's chat about this album then. The Pinkprint. So she sort of released a few albums. Each album, it feels like, is a slightly different version. She's done her sort of big pop hits album. She's done her more hip hop beats mixtape. This maybe feels like it's a bit of both, a bit of a mishmash of both, which I can't kind of think it's both its strength and its weakness. In that I feel like it's a little bit inconsistent throughout because of that. I loved the opening, like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 songs of the album.
So you like the first 3?
I love the first 3. I think they're great.
Yeah.
They really
those, I have to
surprised
say,
me.
those had to grow on me a little bit.
They really surprised me. They were not what I was expecting based on my previous Nicki knowledge of Anaconda and Starships and all that stuff.
Okay.
They were much more thoughtful and slow and interesting. And I was really I was pleasantly surprised. When I put it on, I was kind of like, oh my God, I've been listening to Nicki Minaj. And then I put on, and the opening few songs, I love the song, The Crying crying game. I love that. I think that's great. With
I think
Jessie
the
Ware.
crying game is a little boring, but I do like All Things Go. I like all of her kind of personal shit she talks about in that. It's very
All Things Go. She's rapping about her cousin who died, and she's sort of saying she maybe blames herself a little bit.
She had
and
a miscarriage.
Yeah.
As well. She raps about that.
And so it's like, it's big subject. She raps really well in it. And for an opening track on an album, really bold.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, I didn't see this coming.
Okay.
And then we get to Get on Your Knees.
Oh, I love that.
With Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Which is the start of like, it's sexy music.
Yeah.
Get
I like
on
her
your
line,
knees.
I got a bow on my panties because my ass is a present.
Yes.
Really good lyric. Really good lyric.
Yes. And that goes straight, it goes from Get on Your Knees into Feeling Myself with Beyonce.
Oh, this song.
So at this point, the temperature's turning up.
Oh
right?
my God.
All you're getting your big guests in, and it's sort of transforming into this. Okay, this is an album. I'm a young, hot, sexy, independent woman. I can rap, and look who my friends are. My friends are Jessie Ware. My friends are Ariana Grande. My friends are Beyonce. And what we sing about? Eating pussy and sucking dick.
She has a shirt in this video that just says pervert.
Yeah,
I love it. I want that shirt.
we should get it.
Okay.
All right, next time Krystal's on, which is actually going to be later, but next time Krystal's on, she'll be wearing her pervert t-shirt.
Yes.
But then we hit Only with
Oh my God.
Drake and Lil Wayne and
What do
Chris
you think
Brown.
of it?
It sucks.
I knew you were going to hate it. I knew it. So why do you hate it? Tell me why you hate it before I talk about it.
I think it's so gross. I think it's all of the punchlines in it are really like it's like schoolboys.
Yeah. So do you think that rappers doing like guesting on another rapper's track is kind of like us doing like a themed gig, and they have to like write to that?
It's a bit like Bonafide.
Yes, it is. It's like, okay, so you really want to fuck me, but you haven't, but you'd like to. Okay,
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's so
She literally starts
dirty.
by saying, I haven't fucked Drake, is like the
I was
first thing.
like, well, maybe I'm assuming again, because I don't know celeb gossip, that everybody's saying she has, and that's why she's saying it.
Yeah, I think it's wild. And this is a real, like, it's a real gear shift in the album. So the album's sexy, but then it goes from, listen, not to be a prude, not to be a bloody British prude, but
Pearl clutching.
I thought it went from sexy and fun to just like gross.
Because men come in.
Yeah, they ruin everything. Men, but actually, you're right. I haven't realized that, but the second the men turn up, it goes from like, oh, it's fun. She's talking about, like being empowered. Like, Get on Your Knees is like an empowering sex song, isn't it? It's like, hey, go down there, lick me out, have a good time, okay? When then it comes to the boys are coming in, and it's like, now the dynamics have changed.
And did you watch the video?
I can't remember which of the videos I watched.
The
The
video is quite stupid, I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's so like a set. It's so just like trying to make you think. Oh, and Chris Brown's in the video as well. Or he's on the track, isn't he?
He's on the track.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which video is it in which she is
It's
lap
like they're in a
dancing
weird... Oh,
to
no,
Drake?
that's Anaconda.
Right, okay.
Yeah. No, but this one, they're just like in a weird warehouse, and they've got men tied up and bloody with chains around their necks, and they're like pulling them around. It's actually, I mean, if that was women, I'd be like, that's awful. But I mean, I do think it's awful because it's men as well. It's like quite violent against.
So when see as a man, you can't just do anything anymore,
I guess. You can't tie them. Sorry.
There's like four-door Aventador is I think probably the tightest rapping on the album.
I love that song. Yeah.
It sounds like an old Biggie track. The beat on that is really cool.
Yes.
And that was what that took me back to when I first heard Monster, and I was hearing that she was this incredible rapper, and I hadn't really heard much other examples of that. And then we got to that, and I was like, okay, this is what people are talking about. But she can sing as well, and like the choruses on all those first sort of three or four songs. There's a lot of earworms in this album.
Yeah.
Like I find myself singing all different songs around the house over the last few days. All things go. What else did there's loads of songs I really liked on here. Trinidad Girls.
Trinidad Girls is so good.
Trinidad girls and pat the pum pum.
Yeah.
I want to pat the pum pum. Don't we all?
Do you know what the poom poom is?
Do I know what the pum pum is? Sweetheart, this is my first radio, okay? I've been to a few pum pum places in my time. The pum pum is the booty.
No, it's
No?
not. It is the vagina. I knew you were going to think that. I knew that.
Why did I think it was the... Oh, damn.
Because you didn't look it up like me.
The pum pum. Yeah, I think I did probably know it was the vagina.
No, you didn't.
Looking back.
Obviously
You put me on
not.
the spot and I panicked under the pressure. God, the pat the pum pum. So it's like it's like a Trinidad. It's like dancehall music.
Yeah.
It's like a bashment. We've spoken about that in the podcast before. Long term listeners will remember when we spoke about trap music as well and Daddy Yankee and all that. So it is a good song. Again, it's just a bit. We're just sort of a bit all over the place in the record. Do you know what I mean? There's just like lots of different vibes.
Yeah, well,
happening at once.
she's trying to hit all the.
Yeah.
things.
She's trying to hit all
Be
the
like,
different
I can
beats
do
at
all
once.
this. I think that's what she's trying to like say. I can do all this. I can do it all.
So you think
know?
this is like a sort of big set piece of like I'm so multifaceted.
Yeah, because I think when she came out with that, okay, I say I don't follow celeb gossip, but I did go on like a Nicki Minaj like YouTube thing one time, and I did see that she had just come out with that album. What is her for? With the super bass and all that, with her legs really long in the front, and she was doing some concert, some music festival, and a hot 98. Is that the one from New York? Hot 97. I think it's Hot 97. Anyway, he dissed her on stage. On the radio,
Right.
and then she heard it and then refused to go on stage.
Okay.
And then they had a big beef, and then Busta Rhymes had to come and like get them on like a podcast together to talk. It was amazing. But
So you think this is kind of a response to her critics saying she can't do all this?
Yeah, because he's like, oh, she used to be a great rapper, and now she's just a fucking pop star,
Yep.
like an idiot pop star.
And now she's like,
Well, I can do that, and I can do rapping, and I can do.
So I understand the circumstances behind it, but I do think it makes the album a bit directionless at times.
Okay.
I prefer it when there are songs that flow into each other.
Yeah.
Really well. I feel actually what you've got here really is like a double album, but not in order. Like I reckon you could take 8 songs that are like one thing and 8 songs like another thing and have them on 2 different records that then complement each other a little bit more than this.
Are there 16 tracks?
Well, there's one of those annoying releases where there were 16 tracks on the original, but then at the same time there was a deluxe version with 6 more tracks, and then there was the international deluxe
So annoying
version.
when they release like lots and lots of music for your money. It's so annoying.
Did you buy this? Didn't think so.
Spotify.
Okay, right. Okay. It's an hour and a half. Okay. It's an hour and a half. The whole fucking thing. That's too long. That's too long.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
How often are you getting to the end of that album?
I did this week. Oh, can I say something else? I think there's something about Nicki Minaj for me that's a bit like she never gets old because of the fact that I cannot listen to her in front of my kids. So I have to be away from them I can't just put it on in the house.
So it's kind of like a bit of a taboo little secret.
Yes.
The same way I sneak.
That's how hip hop is for me.
The same way I sneakily eat Toblerones when I'm walking the dog.
Yeah.
So that I don't
And
get
Greg's
told off.
ham and cheese.
There's no secret about the ham and
No,
cheese.
that's fine.
I'm loud and proud about that. But okay, so
Yeah.
there's this extra element of your enjoyment where it's like this is like a naughty secret.
Oh, yeah.
And did your partner listen to Nicki Minaj?
Yeah, he likes her a lot.
Right. Okay. So when the kids are away, the adults do play.
Absolutely.
You guys,
we put on hip hop exclusively.
You guys
when the
both
kids aren't
twerking in the living room.
there. Imagine that.
I am imagining that, and I like it. Let's talk about Anaconda.
Yeah. I love this song.
Do you really?
I fucking love it.
I think it's has no place on this album.
What? Okay. Maybe that's fair.
Because you have all these interesting, especially some of the early beats, like on the Crying Games, has that amazing, it's like a guitar riff that she's rapping over. It's really cool. And then you have that, as I said, the Biggie type beat on the four-door Aventura. And then it gets to Anaconda and it gets into this really cheesy, over-the-top novelty song.
It maybe went on more of her pop stuff.
Yeah.
But the rapping and the lyrics are so good. I really, really, it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
I think as a standalone song, you know, fine.
Fine? You don't like it?
I don't.
You know what I like about her as well is when she samples another song like, you know, Baby Got Back or whatever, it's like she is in no way, I feel like, taking like at that as her, you know, like that's not the, I'm sorry, I can't speak. Okay, she's not like using that as the interesting part of her song. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's just, she's just improving upon it. You know the song Super Freaky Girl as well? Mm-hmm. It's the same with that.
Wait. So,
oh my God.
You're
it's
saying
so good.
she's improving on Baby Got Back? Is that?
I think she has.
Right, okay.
It's so good. She's bringing her own, because rappers don't cover things, you know?
Yep.
They don't cover things. They don't cover each other. They sample. And a lot of times you could be like, ugh, I would just rather listen to the original. With this one, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, look, as I said, I just think it maybe is a bit like it's really poppy compared to everything else on this album, and everything that I was enjoying and being interested by, being surprised by, then was like, you know, that shattered down. The House of Cards came tumbling the second I heard den 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 den. Oh my God!
Look at her butt. But did you like the video?
Yes. Yeah. Are you mad? Of course. Gigantic booties flying all over the place.
I mean, yeah.
Patting the pum pums.
I like the. I like the workout part.
Nobody cut me saying patting the pum pums. And I love also Bed of Lies in the end of the song. He's like, that's a beautiful ballad, which I thought was great as well, with Skylar Grey. That I enjoyed. That's another song that I found myself singing along to.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I write down the. I'm trying to remember how it goes. Do you ever think of me when you lie down in your bed of lies? No, I can't actually remember how it goes. So, despite me just saying it was an earworm, it's now not. The worm has burrowed out of my head, and is existing in its own form. Anyway, Krystal.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing this album to the podcast.
No worries.
I'm really. I genuinely did enjoy listening to it.
We didn't do this.
You want to do the album? Okay, right. Well, it's not one we do every week, but if you're keen, we take a look at the album art and we decide if it is good or fart. So here we have a fingerprint that has been embedded into some. We discussed beforehand, maybe some eyeshadow.
But this isn't the real cover, I have to say, because it's like the real one is black on the background, not white.
Okay, but apart from that, it's not different.
It doesn't have that.
It doesn't have the words Nicki Minaj, the Pinkprint on it.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So
it's just black without the thing.
Okay, so we'll just use our imaginations instead. Then I think if we can imagine that this white background is black, I'm finding it difficult. So we have it's an ink print is the idea with a finger in it, and it's pink.
God, I never thought of that.
I can't tell if you're being real. So I think it's actually.
I was thinking like fingerprint.
Yeah.
Pink print, ink print. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, see, aren't you glad you came on the podcast? Yes. You learned something new. I think it's cool. I love these album covers that are just really simple and effective.
I feel like it's her thumb. I feel like it's the thumb as well.
Okay, yep, it's her thumb into some pink glossy eyeshadow. It's very, as I say, it's simple over basic. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like pum pum coded, isn't it?
Vagina?
Yeah.
Really?
You don't think of
like
vagina?
a Georgia O'Keeffe?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't think of that either. Yeah, I think it's good.
I just wanted to say pum pum coded, to be honest. It's a great thing to say. That's your challenge to the listener
that should be a
over
new
the
segment.
next week is to try and get the words pum pum coded into conversation without anybody. Did you hear the way that Krystal just nonchalantly went, yeah, okay? So that's the aim, is to try and get no reaction from the phrase pum pum coded. Listen, is there anything else you want to say? Any other points that you're desperate to make about this album or Nicki Minaj in general?
No. Is this done? Are we done? I feel like we just started.
We're around about there. Okay, we're hitting an hour. Listen. It's absolutely. This episode has flew by. It has to say easier than Nicki Minaj's "The Pinkprint," which does begin to drag due to its directionless nature. Okay.
See, I think the opposite is for me. Oh, I wanted to say, did you watch the Pinkprint movie?
No.
Did you see it though? Did you see that it exists?
Yes. Have you seen it?
Actually, I think you would like it. Because it takes all your favorite songs, which I think for me are kind of the most boring songs of the album, and puts them all together in this stupid like vignette of her driving a car and crashing it and breaking up with her boyfriend and doing some acting and stuff. And
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's. I like this. It's good that we have different opinions about it. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
I like the more moving, interesting stuff.
And I
you
like the
the stuff
ones that are
about
good.
big dicks.
Yes.
You like the ones about big floppy dicks.
It's so much fun.
So every week we add a couple of songs to the ever-growing Enjoy an Album playlist, a song apiece from the album we've just discussed, and a song based on our discussion. So Krystal, you get to add a song to the playlist. What one would you like to add?
Well, you're not going to add Anaconda, but you don't like it. Maybe I'll add. I'm going to add Trinidad Girls.
Trinidad Girls and Pat the Pum Pum. Yes, excellent. Okay, I'm going to add The Crying Game with Jessie Ware, which I really liked. Fun to sing along. You squinted a bit as I said that, but hey, if you don't like it, get your own fucking podcast.
It's boring.
You've written it's boring. Well, that's okay. Sometimes boring stuff is cool, actually. I have not written down a second choice today. I was hoping something would come up in the episode. So we need 2 more tracks, one that have been maybe discussed.
I'm going to put on something by Nicki Minaj, and it's Super Freaky Girl. It's such a great song, and you probably hate it because it's like Anaconda, but I love it so much.
You're going for a double Nicki Minaj on the playlist. That's fine. That's okay.
I think in the spirit of Nicki, she would approve.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't know what
about
else.
like a Missy Elliott? Like,
well, I mean, we haven't mentioned her all episodes.
we're talking about her now. She's a great rapper. She was the best like female rapper of like the 90s.
Don't bloody tell me what to do, okay?
What about a Drake or a what about a Drake?
We're covering Drake very soon on the podcast.
What
He's
about
got
a
new
Lil
album
Wayne?
out.
You like Lil Wayne?
There's already a Lil Wayne on there. We've got there's Amelie. That's Lil Wayne, isn't it?
What about an Ariana Grande or somebody who?
How about an REM, which was you was gonna choose?
Oh yes.
I'll choose. What's that song? I'm putting an elephant up the stairs. I'm packing up punchlines that were never there. Over my shoulder, a piano falls, crashing to the ground.
It's called Imitation of Life.
I'm bending spoons. I'm keeping flowers. It's called The Great Beyond.
Oh no, I think it's called Imitation of Life.
No, it's called The Great Beyond.
Oh, it is called The Great Beyond.
The Great Beyond by REM is my choice in tribute to the artist that Krystal
To me.
did not. In tribute to Krystal.
Thank you.
Who has been, I have to say, a wonderful co-host. I've very much enjoyed your company and your choice and your opinions.
Yep.
I think you've been fantastic. So thank you very much. Krystal, where can people follow you on social media?
I think on Instagram I'm Krystal Evans Comedy, and it's Krystal with a K, and then on Twitter or X or whatever it's MS Krystal Evans.
MS Krystal Evans.
It's Miss.
That sounds
Miss
like
Krystal Evans, right? You get it, right? See?
MS Krystal have just taken 4 lives. And do you have anything coming up that you need to plug or that you can say yet, or is it a keep an eye on this sort of thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Keep an eye. There's something cool happening soon. Just keep an eye on that. Okay.
Aww.
Yeah. Thank you so much, dear listener. We will see you next week. I think Krystal's going to be back next week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Should I come back?
Well, you don't have. You can go if you want, but we have planned for you to be here. So
Okay.
yeah, you kind of fucked me over now if you didn't. We'll be back next week with Krystal and a guest. Thank you so much, and we'll see you then. Love you. Bye. Peace and love in the new millennium.